Monday morning trip to the car wash ends with a father and a young daughter shot and killed in Forest Hill.
Father and his little girl were killed, the area's third deadly shooting in just the past few weeks.
2 people were killed in a shooting on February 21st at an auto sales business on Mansfield Highway. And then just 2 days later, police found a pair of siblings who'd been hit by a stray bullet on Frisco Avenue. One of the siblings died, and today's shooting happened at a car wash on Forest Hill Drive.
We saw people who knew the dad and his daughter gathered right outside that car wash looking for answers.
And as Scoop Jefferson discovered, the little girl just celebrated her birthday yesterday.
Somebody had already reported it and they were on their way.
Becky Johnson is one of several people living near Slappy's car wash in Forest Hill who called 911 Monday morning describing gunfire.
And I heard 6, 1, 2, 3, pop, 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 pop. Then about a few seconds later, I heard another 6, 1, 2, 3, in concession, real fast.
The same gunfire woke up Pamela Barrett, who learned more about the shooting from her son's telephone call.
I said, Mom, hey, I'm up here at the gym. I'll be at the gym for a while. I'm not going to come home because it was an active drive-by shooting. 2 people just got killed up here at Slappy's.
When Forest Hill police arrived at the car wash, officers found 2 people shot dead. The victims have been identified by their family as Ronnie Smith and his daughter, who just turned 5 years old. Their aunt trying to understand why.
He was a good kid, y'all. He was. He didn't bother nobody. He didn't.
His aunt, Stella Houston, describes her nephew as a well-known Fort Worth rap artist named Lil Ronnie. Sources tell WFAA someone opened fire on Smith. He was using the vacuum as his daughter waited inside the car. Forest Hill police are looking for the shooter but haven't named any suspects. The shooting drew a large crowd of family, friends, and people who knew Lil Ronnie from the music scene. Forest Hill PD got help with crowd control from several surrounding police departments. As people living nearby pray they'll feel safe again.
Praying for protection of our community here at Forest Hill.
In Forest Hill, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
The hip-hop world and Lil Ronnie's loved ones are heartbroken after the tragic loss of Lil Ronnie, real name Ronnie Smith, and his 5-year-old daughter in a shooting at a Texas car wash on Monday. Lil Ronnie wasn't just a rapper. He was a known figure in the streets, a gambler, and someone who stood on business. He had respect, and his name carried weight. This one hurts. Surveillance footage shows Hood Fame Lil Ronnie doing what any father would, trying to protect his daughter. He ran from the car, likely hoping to get her to safety. But in the chaos, she was caught in the gunfire. It's a heartbreaking reminder of how senseless violence can take away the most innocent lives. The streets will be feeling this one for a long time. Rest in peace to both of them.
His family members who rushed to this scene who told NBC5 the victims are a local rapper and his little girl. Heartbreaking moments just after 11 Monday morning as loved ones got to the scene of an unfolding tragedy, many in disbelief over the lives lost in broad daylight.
He didn't bother nobody. He didn't target nobody. He was a family man, and he was going around rapping. Okay, why would you target him? And a baby, his baby.
Stella Houston says her nephew Ronnie Smith and his daughter are the victims of gun violence at Slappy's Express Car Wash in Forest Hill. Houston says Smith was a rapper known as Lil Ronnie. He was a good man and adored his 2 kids. His daughter had just turned 5 yesterday.
All we know is that he was targeted. He was doing the car, cleaning the car out, and somebody came through shooting and killed him and the baby.
With emotions raw, tensions flared as extended family members and friends were kept at a distance. Officers from Fort Worth and Mansfield arriving to help with crowd control. Close family allowed to stay close to the scene of the crime, speaking with detectives throughout the day. The owner of Slappy's Car Wash, which recently opened, praising the quick police response and telling NBC5, "We are shocked, appalled, and deeply troubled by the senseless and violent events. The car wash will remain closed for 2 days. This is the 4th murder in Forest Hill in just over a week." Maria Guerrero, NBC5.
Authorities say the shooter pulled up in a white Kia, opening fire on Ronnie's vehicle. Surveillance footage, allegedly circulating online, appears to show him running, trying to get his baby girl away from danger. But the shooter didn't stop there. Some say they went back for her too. They could have let that child live. This is beyond heartbreaking. A suspect has now been identified, and an active capital murder warrant has been issued. The Texas Rangers are leading the investigation, determined to bring justice. People who knew Ronnie personally are speaking out. One man who claims to have known him since childhood posted on Reddit, "I've been knowing Ronnie since he was 8. His lifestyle was gambling and having fun. Don't try to make my boy something that he wasn't." At the end of the day, no matter what, a child should never be caught up in this kind of violence. It's devastating to see kids lose their lives over things they have nothing to do with. Some are even questioning if this was a case of parents getting too deep into the streets and bringing their children into harm's way, a painful reality that happens too often. Hopefully that wasn't the case here. What we do know is that a little girl is gone, and that should never have happened. Hood Fame Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter should still be here today. A community shaken and a family shattered. Rumors swirl about CJ Casino and his crew, whispers that Ronnie was warned not to go back to that car wash. Maybe he thought it was just talk. Maybe he believed he had nothing to fear. But the moment that white Kia rolled up, everything changed. Gunfire rang out. Ronnie ran. Now a capital murder warrant is out, and the Texas Rangers are on the case. But the whispers won't stop. Another name keeps surfacing in the chaos. Bugatti, a known associate of CJ Casino. If the streets are right, this wasn't random. This was a warning, a message, a hit. Whatever went down that day, one thing is clear. This all ended in tragedy. A father and daughter are gone, and the streets are left reeling. Until next time, stay safe, stay sharp, and remember, the game never loves you back.